Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Funny Mamas. And I am Sherri Shepherd. And this is my co-host. This would have been my co-host, Kym Whitley. Who actually, she's not here. She's outside. I can see her standing there talking to her group of people who are on Raising Whitley with her. So she'll be in at some point. Do you want to know what she's doing, Chris?
What's she up to, Sherri?
Well, she's got a lot of family coming in on the 8th of July. So what's the date today?
Today, as we record, it is the 6th.
Okay, so this is going to air on Thursday, which will be the 8th, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so right now the entire house is being painted, furniture being delivered, a kitchen table is being restained, old stuff is being moved out. She's got everybody doing everything. Rodney is on top of a ladder, putting in light bulbs into a new light fixture she got. Like, they're hanging artwork. Jeffrey's Manny is doing work. I thought he was with Jeffrey, but apparently he's not. He is doing work for Kym. I don't see my son anywhere. So that leaves me to assume my son is at home by himself, doing something he ain't got no damn business doing, and probably start with a snap chat. Mm-mm. So Andre is over there working somewhere. Look, Kym, when Kym needs stuff, she pulls in all the troops. So I'm looking at her, and she looked like she hollering at a bunch of people. So she will join us. We put a chair here.
I like that you prepared her, and she got the nice chair too. That's nice.
And she got the nice chair. She rented all this furniture for her family because she don't want her family to know
how she's living.
How she's living. She's living like a pack rat and a hoarder. Even the office, I wish I could turn this camera on. Like, look at the office back there. It's all straightened. Like, there's nothing out of place.
I was gonna say, when was that? When was everything done up behind you like it is now? Let's take a little peek.
When I was in Dallas, I'm not moving this camera because we had the hardest time getting together.
No.
But literally, she's got everything straight, and this office is, when it's junky, it looks really tiny, but it's very big, and she's got the whip a cracking. And then her backyard, it looks amazing. It looks like an oasis back there. So she's coming.
Shout out. Maybe that's Kym's next career, or maybe we could incorporate that into an own network event planning by Whitley.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much event planning, but it's definitely getting everything organized. I have a feeling if I open up one of the closets, just stuff is going to spill out. Like, everything's fall out and kill me if I open up her garage. But for now, it's good, and Kym is going to join us. So right now, it is just Chris. I can't even call in Andre. He's working.
That's all right. We don't want to upset we don't want Kym screaming at anybody. I am curious. I'm sure everybody is. If you follow Sherri on Instagram, you've seen her skating around Atlanta and now Dallas and Los Angeles. You just mentioned that you were in Dallas. What was this weekend?
I went to Dallas because my friend Push, 1515, he's like an amazing skater out of the Atlanta area. And he goes and he hosts these shows at skating rinks all over the country. So when he asked me to come to the Dallas one, I said, well, that's only 2 hours away. I can hop on a plane and come. So I came, and a ton of people came out to watch him skate. And I put out a proposal to everybody. I said, if you can teach me how to skate, I'll be there. So a lot of people were teaching me how to skate. I take lessons every day.
That's an incredible way. That has to be a great way to stay in shape, too.
It is, because, I'm learning. I want to be an artistic skater. My goal is to do a slow dance on skates. My goal is to make love skating. That is my goal.
I'm sorry?
I want to be like sexy skater. So I take lessons every day at the roller rink. Why are you behind me smacking your food?
I was going to... If you're listening, Kym has entered the chat.
But she enters the room on her podcast, doesn't say anything, just walks back and forth behind me.
Because you should have said, I'm starting and I'm on. That's what you should have said.
I did tell you. I said,
No, let me put my face on.
I did. I said, okay, you got to put on makeup before you start. We only got like 40 minutes.
Wait a minute. Hold up. If Chris is going to see me, I got to look good.
Oh, she's back to me. I love it. Hi, Kym. Kym, you look great. Especially
sunglasses.
Right.
Right.
Just like,
welcome out to the other side. That's what those sunglasses look like.
Sherri.
I got to cover my beard.
Oh, no. Sherri, if you scoot to your right and then Kym could follow suit.
No, I got it. I was trying to stay out of view.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, don't touch nothing.
No, you ain't giving us no head space. Let me, you hold the head and let me up this duck.
I know what that means.
No idea.
Chris knew exactly what it was.
Hold the head and let me up this duck.
Yes.
I've never heard that.
Don't worry.
I've heard you jive turkey. I don't even know what that reference is. Let me up this duck.
You don't keep saying it, actually.
Yeah, she'll get to it eventually. A cat and its tail.
His head, let me up this
Please
duck.
don't say it no more. Please don't say it anymore for the FCC.
A cat and its tail can be substituted in as well.
Ah, yes. Let me hold.
Y'all got your own thing going.
You hold the tail. No. Okay.
I'm this cat. You just hold the tail.
Okay.
All right. Great to have you. How are you? We were just talking about Sherri she said she is aspiring to make love on skates. Those were your words, right, Sherri?
Yeah, because I want to slow skate. I want to artistic skate. So I am skating every day, driving an hour to a roller rink to get my lessons. You should come skating with me on the boardwalk in Santa Monica. And I'm going to learn how to skate on the boardwalk.
First of all, let me tell my listeners and let me tell the viewers.
Oh.
Sherri's excessive. When she grabs on something, when she grabs on something, she don't let it go until she wears it out. She's going to roller skate until she wears it down and hates it. That's what she does. She's going to wear it down, love it, take it to the top, and then you're going to see in 2 months, you're like, girl, I can't stand skating. That skating is over there. I'm playing tennis now.
We are starting golf. We definitely are.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
But I love it. It's, I'm going to take it and I'm committing to it. And I was getting rather frustrated this morning because I feel like a lumberjack on skates. I'm not light on my feet at all, and I'm not needed. So
you
it just
were
was
on
messing
Dancing
me up.
with the Stars. You should take that with you in every lesson.
Yeah, but I got voted off.
Not after a while. You won a couple rounds. You tripping.
Yeah, so I just got.
You wasn't Gladys Knight and Wendy Williams.
No, I wasn't. No, I got farther than Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams only went to the second.
That's what I just said. You were.
Oh, well, because Gladys went further than me.
Oh, my bad, Gladys. I apologize. That's my girl.
Speaking of, oh my gosh, can I tell you, I saw the most amazing documentary. It was on the Harlem Music Festival. It's out on either Hulu, Showtime, or Netflix.
Hulu. Questlove directed it?
Yeah, Questlove directed it. Kym Whitley. This was footage that was left in somebody's garage. And it literally was filmed when the man set foot on the moon. That was the day they had this, and it was Nina Simone, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Pop Staples with the Staple Singers. It was some Guavaria, like a Puerto Rican drummer. It was Jesse Jackson, Mahalia Jackson. Oh my goodness, it was so many. It was Fifth Dimension singing "Let the Sun Shine."
Oh, I gotta call her.
Do you want to hear the lineup?
Yes.
Yes, I want to hear the lineup.
Do you want the entire? This is a long lineup. We'll just hit it. The Fifth Dimension: Abby Lincoln, the Edwin Hawkins Singers, George Kirby, Olatunji. I probably said that wrong. I apologize. Max Roach, Mahalia Jackson, the Staple Singers, Herman Stevens and the Voices of Faith, Reverend Jesse Jackson and the Operation, Breadbasket Band, Stevie Wonder, David Ruffin, Chuck Jackson, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Lou Parks Dancers. These are each day. They're doing this. Mongo Santa Maria, Ray Barretto, I'm going to mess that up. Herbie Mann, Harlem Festival Calypso Band, Nina Simone, B.B. King, Hugh Masekela, Harlem Festival Jazz Band.
You see what you almost slipped and said?
I didn't say nothing. Miss Harlem Pageant. This was a big deal.
It was a big deal, Kym, and the footage was in someone's garage. We would have never seen it. Questlove produced it and directed it, and it literally was so amazing that they got all of these acts together in Harlem at Mount Morris Park. I suggest everybody go to Hulu and watch this documentary. You had so much Black pride, and Nina Simone saying young, gifted, and Black. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And so it was so
Was it fuzzy?
No, it was great footage. And some of the footage they lost. So you didn't get to see BB King. But it was just literally about Black pride. It was about unity when the Black Panthers were out, when the Black, because now people be thinking, not us, that the Black Panthers was a bad party, and they weren't. They did a lot for the Black community. So it was around that time. And this is what I love. One of the things I love, like the Man on the Moon, they were interviewing white people, and all the white people were like, this is amazing. Now I feel like I've bonded with everyone. Now it's, like it was this big deal. So when they went to Harlem, they were like, what do you think about the Man on the Moon? And these Black people was like, look, why don't you take care of poverty? It's a lot of people starving. What is on the moon?
Same conversation.
Same conversation as we have today. And this is what I was cracking up, because I went, Black people just got common sense. They were like, what the hell you worried about the Man on the Moon when there's all of this stuff going on in Harlem? We got drugs.
It's not funny. It's so true.
Yeah, and it was so different from white people who were like, this is the most amazing thing that has ever happened. Someone is on the moon. And you got one Black person going, who cares? This concert is more important than the Man on the Moon. It was hysterical. But I suggest, if I can make any suggestion, please go watch it. And you don't have to be Black.
What's the name?
What was the name of it?
It's about
how somebody gonna watch it and y'all don't have the name? We done did all this little promotion, and you or Chris got the name.
Give Chris
all this out. Cut it all out.
Give Chris a little breathing room, because he does have the name. What's the name, Chris?
Summer of Soul.
Summer of Soul. Oh.
It's a forgotten story of the Black Harlem Music Festival, and here a couple other fun things. This was a free event. Tony Lawrence was the host, and they had among some civic sponsors,
Red Fox was there.
Maxwell House Coffee was a sponsor.
And it was such a trip, because these women, and they talked to people who are activists now. There was a young Black woman who integrated a college, and it was riots. It's beautiful. She looked like she could have been your cousin. And she integrated a college, and all of the white people didn't want her there. So they were rioting and setting cars on fire. And they put her on the first floor, and the women above her banged on her on the floor all night with brooms. And she said, I wasn't paying no attention to it because I was listening to Nina Simone all night. It was, wow.
That's and resilience.
So it talked about the political aspect of this music festival, along with the politics that were going on at the time. So I do suggest, highly, highly recommend this documentary. Questlove did an amazing job. And it just shows you that, wow, you never know what kind of footage is in your garage. Insane. It could be footage of you having sex.
I got some footage.
Yeah, I know you got some footage.
Ooh, Jesus.
I don't know if you want your footage out. I destroyed my footage.
Mine is about a drag show back in the day.
A drag show?
Mm-hmm.
Really? You should put that out. That would be pretty cool. I went to a drag show one time. It was at the Queen Mary, and it was hysterical.
Was that in Los Angeles? Where's that?
Yes.
It was in Los Angeles. I think it was in the Valley. And these women were beautiful. And it was a drag show. Really, really entertaining. I had a great time.
Into the drag show.
I've only been to a handful, Sherri, but I noticed this, and I don't know if Kym noticed this too. Whoever's hosting it, they have chops. Like,
You are a comedian. You are,
in full drag too. Like you're like, holy cow, this is
You have to entertain, like you have to make people happy, and I would love to see the footage that you have, Kym.
Oh gosh,
I would love to see that. You should actually bring that out and get it together.
Really?
Yeah. But more than that, you're in a bad mood because you're doing all of this stuff in the house and you're overwhelmed. So why don't you tell people what you're doing? Because I kind of gave them a little truncated version.
Well, first of all, I'm hot because we ain't got no air on it here. Because Chris all worried about the sound.
Because we can't do it with the air conditioner. We have to hot flash.
Because it's loud.
The air
is loud. It's like
your office looks really big because it's like really clean. This is a huge office.
Yes, Kym, big because the backdrop out. Yes.
Can you run us through the desk that now all of a sudden looks like somebody uses it regularly? What's going on back there? What have you added?
She has a tremendous, I got to tell people, Kym's degree from Fisk University is in arts. I don't know what the exact title is. But you're into, like, art.
We're serving it up for you, Kym.
But it is. I don't know what
There's a little shade in there.
Yeah, I know it was, but like, she collects art. Kym collects beautiful, beautiful art. And she's hung a lot of art up in her home, but there's a ton of art. I'm going to take something before I go. It's so much artwork in this house. Like leaning against the wall. Where do you put all his art?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Now I'm going to give this one back to Caroline Ray that she gave me. I was trying to have some art. It's like of Italy, and it got all this furniture in it. And it's very interesting. And Caroline, one of them, because my people come in my house and they were like, not my people, agents. Remember I told you they come in the house and they're like, we're the white people. Why you got all black art? So
you're trying to pacify
the
white people in your family?
Caroline gives me another piece of art, right?
Right.
I was like, oh my, beautiful black woman, twice. I'm like, I can't win.
Well, that's
the white girl giving me black art. What am I gonna do?
All I have is black art in my house. I collect art too. That's all I have is black art. Because you know why? I'm black.
Right. But
I like black art.
Black artists need to be supported.
Black artists need to be supported. I just bought a piece of art in Houston by an artist out there, a local artist, and the art is amazing. So I had to what I paid for this art, I couldn't afford to buy two.
Do you have somewhere to put it?
I will find somewhere to put it. I will.
It better be fly, because you can send it to me and say what you think.
It's so fly, the artist, and so they're gonna ship it to me. I bought it on a whim. I had some Moscato, and so I bought it on a whim.
What was that hand movement?
She was supposed to come. She was supposed to. That was her little. Well, you know. I bought this when Sherri flings her fingers when she's talking and she says, I did it. That's you either she's gonna buy some expensive art or get married. So you gotta watch.
Well, I'm not getting married. So I bought some expensive art. This art was like, whoa. But you are a collector of art. Like I'm looking at all of the I don't know what they're called, canvases and things. It's too much, Kym.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I don't know what you're gonna do. I know I could lighten the load and take a piece.
I done gave you the piece of me and you.
Yeah, it's always about you. I gave you a piece of me and you. There's a piece that Kym has, a beautiful piece of a black woman with her shirt down. You can see the crack of her butt. I don't know who that artist is, but it's gorgeous.
Carlos Spivey.
And I want that.
Rodney brought it downstairs. I said, don't bring that downstairs. He said, you should hang this. I said, no, because then Sherri's going to see it.
Yeah. Carlos Spivey. And this is like...
She can't lift it, so I ain't worried about it.
It's so heavy and it's gorgeous and beautiful. But anyway, so tell them what's going on, because I interrupted you. You got all these people working on your house.
So my family is coming to visit. And I've realized that I have been living like I'm in college for 30 years. And I decided to grow up.
In like 4 days, she decided to grow up. 4 days.
Proud of you.
They'll be here any day.
In 2 days, they'll be here.
Oh, no, you should have seen Saturday. I had 20 people in this house.
I know. Andre told me.
That's right. 2 organizers. Andre was the caretaker. He was responsible for everything.
And you did a photo shoot with Caroline Ray at the same time.
It was all insane.
This is the mind of Kym. Like, she's completely overwhelmed, but she has 20 people in her house working, painting painting the walls, restaining tables and hardwood, putting up new light fixtures, electrician.
Ain't got no furniture.
No furniture. Clearing out, moving stuff to the garage. And she has a photo shoot going on at the same time with Caroline Ray. And this is the day she decides to try to do sexy.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time.
Sweating.
And then Caroline Ray is going on and on and on because she's sensitive about her weight, but then wants to know where's the sugar.
She does. So true.
DeAndre told me everything. We were sitting in the jacuzzi.
Oh my God.
DeAndre was just like, and then Kym walks out.
What?
We were in my jacuzzi.
You were in the jacuzzi. That's why I couldn't find his black ass.
No phone was all the way at the other side. We started out in the pool. Me and Andre, because Jeffrey was sick from a second COVID shot, so he was asleep upstairs with a fever. So I gave him fever reducer. So me and Andre, we were in the pool swimming, working on our swimming strategy, and it was so warm. Then we went to the jacuzzi, and it was a hot bathtub. We were sitting, and his phone kept ringing.
It was me.
Oh, is it?
I'm looking for the caretaker, the dude, the warden that's supposed to be watching everything.
Oh my God. No, he was in the jacuzzi with me. We was having a good time. He was telling me his hopes and his dreams and what he was looking for in a woman.
Oh, that's why he was waiting on you to come back. He couldn't wait for your ass to come back.
I listened to Andre and I was like, I am going to I wish I had the videos to show you. He had his shirt off. He was in the pool.
I'm so sorry.
There you go.
I didn't answer the phone. Can you hear?
That's Kym.
Yeah, we do. You got your shirt off. Whose shirt is off?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, you heard in the background. Me and Sherri Shepherd doing our podcast.
No, we're actually not.
We are doing a podcast.
Well, I am.
This is a version.
So the women are all straight for the party?
She's having a party with a lot of people.
Right?
Wait, say it again.
It's the 9th, right?
Oh, no. It's the 9th. And and if you can't find any Latinas, you know what? Just have them look Latina.
No, él le gusta Latinas. Necesitamos Latina mujeres.
So Ricky's coming.
Yes.
Plus those other two that I sent you at the beginning. And I know I showed
you guys are probably wondering.
Wait, but are they looking?
What is Kym doing?
Is this? Should this be consumed by the Two Funny Mamas public?
Okay.
She's throwing a party.
Can you?
The picture I sent you, I showed them to your brother too.
Okay, so those are the ones that they did. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back. I just wanted to make sure that I shouldn't be stressing out. I'm good.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Because I went ahead to this gentleman's club or strip club, we might as well call it, and I probably should have looked it up because I just went and Googled it, and it was called the Candy Cat.
Okay.
But we shouldn't have done it. We should have known the area. My brother, it was like white supremacists, like strip club.
What?
It was dangerous. We weren't supposed to be there. It wasn't for us. So you heard of that place? You heard of the Candy Cat?
I have not heard of that.
It was behind the Arco station.
Oh no!
It don't sound right, does it? It don't sound right. No. So I got up out of there. So you got me straight. So I won't go back to no Candy Cat.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. All right. So I'll call you back then, and you my man. Thank you, babe. All right.
Okay, I wasn't telling anybody, but maybe you could explain why.
No, we ain't gonna explain nothing.
Okay.
I'm having a party.
Do we call you?
I'm having a party for this dude who need to have some fun. So boom.
What?
Sherri, do we call her? Do we call her Madam Kym now? How does that work?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, because he don't. Let's just say.
Yeah.
It is weird. He's weird. So let's just say.
You're having a party for him.
It don't make no sense. I don't know why a girl should be planning a dude's bachelor party.
Yes, but you are planning it.
I am, and I think
he likes
dudes
Latina women.
And he likes sisters because
Mujeres Latina.
I need to get a sister. So I got one sister who gonna run the other people. I got 2 Latinas.
Una hermana.
I got some cigars
Dos latinas.
and some drinks. I don't know what dudes like at a party. What do dudes like?
Women.
Okay.
They like smoking.
I had a bunch of my girlfriends that offered to come and, put on.
I offered. He said he didn't want AARP women.
Cut that, bleep that, please.
He didn't want AARP.
He did. The dude said he don't want nobody our age and looking like us.
That's he said he didn't want anybody. He didn't want anything where a wig would be slipping.
He did say that too.
Yeah, he did say that. He didn't want nothing where the elasticity in the skin was gone.
Yeah, I didn't like that because it don't make no sense.
Oh gosh, I was like, I'll do it and shake it.
And my other girlfriend said the same thing. She was like, I'll come and do it.
Yeah, he was like, no.
He
was like, I don't want nothing where y'all gonna need potassium and magnesium to finish the dance.
Right. He told my girl he didn't want her to hurt herself.
He said, well, yeah, he didn't want nothing was locking up. He did specifically, he told me, I don't want no girl peeing on herself when she laughed.
That's cool.
I was like, that's horrible. Oh, God, I peed on myself. So there you go.
Got to pay extra for that usually.
Yeah, so
right. So it's gonna be interesting. And then they said I can't come. I said, but I'm planning to.
No, you can't be there. It's really awkward. Let me tell you something. I did a bachelor.
There's a party planner by the name of Latrice who's very good.
She'll be there.
Yes.
We could hide out like in the upper room.
But that's what I said.
Like where your wigs are.
Because couldn't nobody tell. Because a bunch of wigs.
Well, we do look like ghosts. Because I've seen you in that room. You look like a ghost. I would like to see what's going on. But no.
I got cameras.
You can't record. Them bachelor parties get wild, Kym. So they really can't
be comfortable.
Become their nasty, freaky self with you.
Well, my daddy can't be there then.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I beg to differ. I think your father has decided he's not allowed you to see.
No, and nobody, them people coming. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think you just need to stay out the way, and it'll be good.
All right. Well, enough of that. What else are we talking about?
Did you all?
Oh, can I tell you? Remember I told you the guy who ghosted me?
Oh, yes.
In Atlanta?
Yes.
He texted me.
Oh, weird. Weird. Oh, funny how that works. How'd it go? What was the text?
No. This is what I did because I was thinking about Chris.
Hilarious.
This is what I did. I was thinking about Chris because I had not texted him because I said I'm not chasing after anyone.
Here, Sherri, set the scene. Kym wasn't there whenever I was the only one, and maybe I'm still going to eat my words. But go ahead.
I told Caroline Marie about the dude that I went out with a blind date in Atlanta, and I had a really great time, and I was quite smitten. And I said, but it had been 3 weeks, and he has not texted me, has not called me.
He was in jail.
And I was ghosted. No, and Chris was like, maybe he's not a texter. Maybe he didn't get the text. There could be all kinds of reasons.
Maybe he's 51 and he's retired military, and those dudes aren't texting emojis all day.
He was 51. He was retired military. He was a cop, military cop for 20 years. And so Caroline was like, no, I think all of his fingers got cut off, and he's not able to text because he has no fingers, which sounded very plausible.
Yes.
So I was thinking about Chris, and as my plane took off, I texted and I said, hey, I just was checking on you because I hadn't heard from you. Immediately, a text came back and he said, hey, Miss California, how are you? The second text came back. He said, I really want to apologize to you for not reaching out. It was a little intimidating hanging out with you. That's what he said.
Well, you always hear that shit, so that ain't nothing. Really?
That's a different world, though. If you're
me.
Chris never said that to you.
Girl,
Chris has always been like ready and willing.
No.
You intimidate Chris. He don't ever say you intimidate him, but you do.
Chris.
You freaking scare Chris.
Exactly. So Chris.
I gotta shave off my beard.
By the time me and Chris get together, we're going to be so comfortable with each other because he's going to be like, oh, this is all the shit wrong with it. He going to know, hey, I'm not perfect. And
you're not supposed to tell Chris,
I love you, and then I'm going to put my wig on the counter.
Gotcha.
You're supposed to let Chris discover things on his own.
Gotcha.
But you're not supposed to, he's not supposed to know, oh, you know what, Kym has a beard. Let me kiss her face. And Kym
tight, feel my face. I'll be like, Chris, get them tweezers and come over and get this. That's love right there, Chris.
Gotcha. Got your back.
Chris, he's never had a woman that's like you. He's never, ever had a woman that acts like you.
Me and Chris talk when you ain't around. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
As long as you know. Like you and Andre in the jacuzzi.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Okay, so back to the guy. So he got back to you. That's good.
And I was, and here's the deal. What I liked about him is he was amused by the attention I was getting, because a lot of people recognized me when I went to the bathroom. A bunch of girls got up and followed me to the bathroom. The manager kept coming over to see how we were doing. Like it was just, people just recognized us when we were in Atlanta. Kym, they went crazy over you. They went crazy over me, and he seemed to be amused by it. Now my girlfriend said, "Well, what was he supposed to do? Tell you I'm intimidated?" So
yeah, I mean, come on, we're at a certain age. You know what? Be real.
But I think he's a man. I think maybe to admit that. So I thought it was really kind of interesting, because I said, it's just me. But he was texting me today.
But that's what you said. It's just me. That was your answer.
I mean,
that's what you said? You should have said, like, yeah, I understand. I do understand, honey. It's a lot, because that is the truth. It is a lot. There's a lot of attention. But let me explain something to you. When I'm with you and you don't like that, I shut that down. We just have to communicate if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, but there's some stuff that we can't shut down, Kym.
Right.
Like when we went to Bloody Vegan in Atlanta, you can shut down the number of pictures you take. You can't shut down.
First of all, I've had way more men than you. You don't tell me.
We're not talking about
shut
men.
down. Yes, we are. You can shut down.
I'm telling you how
not
people
that.
act.
I got that part.
When people saw you,
but we went to a main place. I'm talking about if you're at dinner and fans start coming up to you, you can say,
no
not
fans
right
came
now.
up to the table, but the manager kept coming back, and I said, "We're good."
Okay.
But the manager, Marsavius, whatever, he kept coming about what
Stop it.
Was private enough. I can't control that when I get up and go to the bathroom, girls get up and follow me to the bathroom. I can't control when I'm walking past the table, you hear, "Oh, that's Sherri Shepherd."
It's called security.
I think they thought he was security because he was built, but there are some things that we just can't control. It is what it is.
I understand that, but I think that's what you have to be honest with.
I was not taking any pictures. The blind date that I went with at the beginning for breakfast, I asked him, "Do you mind?" But I cut those pictures off. There was some I said, "Look, I'm."
Because sometimes people be out of control.
Yeah, we're not that way. Because I do understand.
Not us, but I'm saying is people don't realize. They're like, "This is my
like
one
Lisa
shot."
Ray has to walk around with 12 security guards.
So she's like, "I'm not having it."
Yeah, she has a lot of off-duty police officers following her around because people go crazy. They think she's Diamond from the Players Club.
Yes.
And they get crazy.
And they think I'm Cuban Zirconian from next Friday.
They were shook from the next Friday. And Kym walks in lingerie. That's what you need to look at, Chris. And so men, when they see Kym, they go sugar. And some men get crazy. They want to pick you up and twirl you around in the circle. They want to hug you. So it's a little bit,
I can't. If I'm with a certain kind of man, I can't.
Well,
what do you two do? So I have an example. I have a friend who was on a network TV show. I'm pretty sure Kym was on the TV show too. We're having coffee. Guy comes up, does the picture thing. We're totally cool. My buddy who's totally cool. He's like, "Of course, yeah, take a quick picture." He gives him his 30 seconds or whatever of chatting, and then the guy goes into extension mode, and then he starts almost pitching a business. And in that, and he politely brought up the, "Hey man, we're in the middle of like a meeting here, but it's so nice to meet you. Do you all have a polite but curt way of getting out of that?"
I kind of say the same thing. Kym may be a little more crass than me, but I go, I'm with a date right now, or we're talking about some business right now, but it was so nice to meet you. And I never stand still. So if I'm walking, I keep walking. You got to walk with me to take the picture. But I firmly say it's really nice to meet you. Because some people will sit down at your table and start talking. Yeah. They will sit down at your table and just be talking and talking. And then you have to go, "You know what? I'm at dinner right now and I'm with someone. So, but it was great." You have to be firm. Because I don't put up.
It's tough too, because you two are very, I'd say you're pretty grounded. You're pretty normal people, despite the stuff you've done, because it's almost like you understand why that person's doing it. You're like, I get it, man. It's your one time. You know.
Kym, when she goes out of town, she's usually surrounded by big guys. Kym has people that she knows that like they're big, muscular dudes.
Right. It helped.
Yeah.
When we were.
Yes. Yeah, so
that'll make you think twice before you yell sugar at somebody.
Yeah, they think twice before they approach Kym because she's surrounded. I just now started having security because I just have to have security because people do that. But being out with a man,
right?
He is kind of the security.
Yeah. Oh, you be a certain man. Certain men don't want security. Like, why you need security? Until you go to the Lenox Mall. Then they're like, I understand why you need security. Excuse me, let me go get someone.
I never go to the Lenox Mall.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go get someone.
You go to the damn Lenox Mall. I went there one time by myself. I almost didn't make it out.
They're like, let me.
Oh my gosh! I went to the Lenox Mall.
It's a wrap.
They was like Sherri Shepherd. I was like, no, se habla inglés. No, Sherri.
Oh, yeah. Like, you lying. Now you're in a fight.
All in your face.
Yeah, so no.
Well, anyway, he texted me the day before I came over. You know, I just needed a little bit of closure. So we will see. I'm not waiting, wishing, and hoping.
You ain't doing long distance.
Yeah, I really don't want to do long distance.
Does long distance exist though when you've got the means to travel?
Yeah, but it's the whole thing. You got to go through TSA. You get your luggage,
sure.
Waiting at the baggage claim. You know.
But do you need them around all the time?
Huh?
Do you need them around all the time? You're gonna put them to work. That's what Kym wants to do.
Yeah, that's what Kym will do. Kym will put them to work.
You're not sweating?
No, I'm not sweating.
Oh my God, I'm hot. Look at my face. My face ain't sweaty.
Yeah, your face is glowing.
I'm like, I feel like I'm sweating and hot and humid in here.
Because she's been doing a lot.
I'm stressed out. Yeah.
And she's stressed out. So
because I ain't trying to be funny. She don't listen to the podcast no way. So listen.
Yes,
my
I do.
Girlfriend, not you, somebody else. So my girlfriend came over to help me, right? I gave her a whole list of stuff we needed to do. And we was going to do all this.
What'd she do?
This had nothing. This was not on the list. She was like, we got to change these pots and these plants. I was like, but that pot. She was like, but that was a plastic. That one's green. And I just bought these pots. And I was like, this is fine. They're on. I don't like them on them pedestals. It just look. So now she's taking all the pedestals away. She repotted them in these gray pots I had. And now now there's short little stubby plants around the pool. So I was like this. I said, that's horrible. So now she's at Home Depot sending me pictures of plants.
Okay, so she's not doing anything of what you originally asked her to do.
I said, you can't. I said, but now you've created a whole nother stress level for me. I had the she's like, what? This is more modern. In your backyard's eclectic. What? I said, but that's because we're trying, because I got stuff everywhere because I'm looking at it, trying to make decisions, this pillow or that color. So it looks crazy. So she thought it was done. But now I'm like, the flowers were set. I asked her to rearrange them around the yard to put them
in the same potted thing.
Right, just keep them, just move them. Maybe should go that corner, this corner. Now she ain't here to help me with nothing.
Oh wow!
And I got to be at work at 5 a.m. So I'm just.
It's one of those talks you still have to have going. I'm feeling a certain kind of way because I asked you to help me with this, and you've.
But she's real sensitive.
Oh Lord! So you can't say nothing.
I mean, I can. I could just say, I love you. I do.
But you fucked everything up.
I can't say that.
Act it out. Hey, we've got two pros here. Let's check this out. Sherri, you're the friend. You've got a couple. We've got some not matching pots from Home Depot. You've walked in. Kym is wiping sweat off her brow.
Non-matching pots that I got from Home Depot.
She was like, you want to look how big these are?
They're so tiny, but I'm so excited because now it's symmetrical and the color looks amazing.
Yes.
And I'm really excited about what I did for you.
Okay, but to be honest with you, the plants were in, it was.
But they didn't look right. Right. That's why I did it symmetrically and coated the color.
You know I love you, right? I love you.
And I love you too.
And you do so much for me.
And
I wanted you to come on. You said you want to help me with everything. I said, but what we've done now is we've created another level of work and stress for us.
I know, but I was just doing it for you. I was doing it so that they would look really good. And I put everything into doing it for you. because
I'm
that's
going
what
to
I
throw
do
them
when I come
all in
home.
the pool. That's what I'm going to do.
And now I just feel like I
You
do
shouldn't.
so much
You do
for
so
you.
much. You do.
I put myself out. I went all the way to Home Depot. My feet are killing me.
You did.
I got all
but
of
you
these
went to Home
plans.
Depot because it don't
No,
look right.
I did it for you. And now I'm wasted my whole day. And I could have been here. And I just was doing. Not every time I do everything.
You got to
for
stop
you.
crying. No, you do.
I do everything.
Don't do
for
this
you.
for me.
No, but I've done it, and I've done it well, and nobody acknowledges what I do.
I've got to sneak behind you and
No, but
the pots in
but
there.
it really what I do for you,
acknowledging.
and when I give it my all,
You need
and
a
I
little
say
bit of penis because you're really
no,
too
and
much.
then that's the thing, and then you make fun of me, and I
This
come
is not
over
fun
here
of you.
as soon as you call
Not
me.
fun.
I
What y'all
come,
would have made fun of
and
that
I
wig
do.
you got on. That's what I need to
Oh
make fun.
God! Okay, now you're talking to Sherri.
I was trying to jump in like Kym. That felt personal.
I forgot this is the wig you don't like. Because I put it on, I was like, I love
When you walk in my
Bravo.
driveway,
Bravo.
Oh, that's why you was looking at me. When I walked in the driveway, you kept staring at me.
I said, what happened to her? Girl, I didn't know if somebody at gunpoint tried to get your car.
I love this wig.
Everybody leave a comment. Do you
I
love that
like
wig?
this wig. I really, truly like this wig. And I couldn't figure out why Kym was staring at me and not smiling. Like, she just kept looking at me, and I was like, hey, we haven't seen each other. She's like, yeah, we ain't seen each other. So I went and hugged her, and she kept staring at me. And I was like, because I know I look good. I love this hair. Kym hates this hair.
It's not. It's horrible.
Because it's like it's wet.
It's no style to it.
Beyonce did this
and
look when she did Me, Myself, and I at the Grammys.
Was it that look really the same
it was,
short
it was
look?
black hair. It was the same look.
But Beyonce could put a wig made out of doo-doo on her head.
Yes,
and we all would go out and get doo-doo and put it on her head.
If I put doo-doo on my head, you tell me that it stinks.
Right. But
Well,
I'll be like, look what we rocking, y'all.
Let me tell you something. Here's where I have a level of confidence. I don't care because I love this wig and I wanted to wear it. And I'm going to rock it and be committed to it.
All right. I'm proud of you.
All right,
you go ahead.
you.
I am going to take a sweat break.
Okay, well, I think we actually need to end because you told Chris, both Chris and Kym have to end at a certain time.
No. We can keep this baby going.
Wait a minute. Chris, he texted us.
I said we need to start at a certain time. We need to end by. You got a little time.
What's that mean, Chris? No.
Give me.
Means.
Listen. You look beautiful when you're angry. You got 20 minutes. Hang out. Let's hang out.
Oh, I don't have 20 minutes. Let me tell you that right now. I don't have.
What are you doing there, Kym?
20 minutes.
Sherri, you got to hire somebody to hold.
When I tell you, I'll treasure the moments I can get.
How well do both of you love Caroline the same? I want to say, Kym, you missed a great show last week.
I heard.
Sherri and Caroline did a great job. I mean, you were technically there.
Caroline is funny. I don't know what year did you meet Caroline, Ray?
We did The Perfect Man. Alexa, when did the movie The Perfect Man come out? Shut up, Chris.
The film The Perfect Man was released about 16 years ago on June 17, 2005.
Wow. 2000. I wonder if that's the one with Hillary.
Did she have her talk show then, or was it after 2005?
So I was stalking her when she had a talk show. No, when she took over for Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
I was like, I really want to meet this woman. I want to know her, right? Our energy, I was pulling towards her, but she was on TV. And so I saw an article when she got engaged, and it talked about her engagement and her ring. And for I'll never forget this article. And I looked and I was like, she ain't gonna marry him. I don't know why I said that. I looked at her and I was like, something that ain't gonna work. Something weird, you know? And I was like, I want to meet her. And then we got cast in
the movie.
The movie. Or did I get cast in her TV show first? Something. And we became instant friends. And I said, you didn't marry that dude, did you? She was like, no. I said, I knew.
So I actually met Caroline Ray before you did.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get it right here then. When?
Because I was on her talk show. I was on her talk show twice.
You really? That's what you're gonna bring up?
I'm just trying to figure out when we met her. She was the first person to put me in a talk show.
That's because you were doing white TV shows and I was. Black.
Okay, now you make. Okay, look, I can tell you the funny story about Caroline. I was going to say, now you make Caroline sound so racist. Like, I was doing black shows and Caroline wouldn't have me on.
No, she wasn't racist. The TV producers were not. They just
Caroline Ray and
nobody from BET, please.
When I was on Caroline Ray's talk show, I sang Respect. I karaoke'd Respect.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I did.
But it's so funny. You did all that and still didn't become her best friend. Hilarious.
I did not. We did not become best friends at all. She liked me a lot because she brought me back on. That was the very first talk show that I did. But can I tell you about Caroline?
You know who's the first talk show I did?
Who?
Not Rosie. Dan. Oh, I can't say it in her name.
Who?
Never mind. Roseanne Barr.
Oh, Roseanne Barr had a talk show?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I never did her talk show.
Roseanne Barr, and I was on her talk show. That was my first.
That is crazy.
Isn't it crazy?
I meant to tell this story when Caroline and I were podcasting together. Caroline had you are balls. Weird. Look at this kid.
Stop it.
Thing across the
because I likes to play with him, Chris.
You grab that a little aggressively.
I likes to play with him. You do things sometimes that just give away your age so easy. I likes to play with him. Caroline Ray had on the TV Land Network. She had like a game show. It was a game show / talk show. You did it, Kym. It's like you gotta make up stories for different things, different clips that she shows.
Right,
okay, because of me, Caroline Ray is just really good luck for me because whenever I do stuff for her, I get work out of it. And because I did this game show, my people told me don't do it. It didn't pay any money. Nobody, watched it. They always say that. And I said, no, this is how you keep relationships. Sometimes you do things for people it's not about the
sensitive.
Okay. So anyway, you just do things for people because they're your friends. So I did the show with Caroline. We're doing it. And midway through this talk show / game show, the chef would make something. Remember? Yes. They had a chef and the chef would make some dish for you and bring it out and it became part of the talk show. Yes. So the chef made a bunch of stuff with watermelon on the plate.
Oh, I remember this.
It was a whole plate of watermelon, something. And the chef was so proud of himself and he brought this watermelon contraption out. And Caroline was like, oh! And they put it on the table in front of me. Now they're taping. And I said, Caroline, it's watermelon. I'm black. I'm not eating that. And Caroline was like, ah! He started screaming like that. The look of horror on Caroline Ray's face. I couldn't stop laughing.
I can't believe you didn't tell her this story.
I didn't tell her this. I'm about to tell her when she, because you and Caroline see why y'all best friends, because she be jumping all over the place, and we never get to stay on one subject. But like she was just like, Sherri, don't you? It was the funniest thing, and I couldn't keep my I wasn't mad at Caroline because it wasn't her fault. They didn't know, but I was trying to do the extra angry, like I'm a black woman, power to the people, But Caroline's face had registered such horror, and she got beat red. I would still be laughing. And I couldn't stop laughing. And for the whole show, she was just like horrified. And the chef came out and apologized. He was horrified. The producers were horrified. That's probably why I got a game show from that. It was white guilt. I got a game show from that. And I think it was white guilt because everybody came out and apologized.
I hope somebody give me some chicken in the next one.
I'm gonna tell Caroline that. My gosh, she was just geez. But Caroline did a great job. She's your best friend. You guys are great. She doesn't like any of your other best friends. I don't know what that is about.
Oh, sure.
Caroline does not like with these flowers. Oh, you got to deal with the flowers.
Good thing you practiced.
I want to say we've been quite crazy busy, so I haven't been able to print out comments. I haven't forgotten. I'm off this week from Dish Nation. Kym is off this week from EPOP Daily. So I'm going to go home and print out some comments. There is a woman that we are giving a wig to. We have not forgotten about you.
That was months ago.
But we have not forgotten.
Okay.
We're still getting it for her.
But
Andre, I'm trying to wiggle out of.
The dude that didn't call you. What if he said? But I haven't forgotten. And he just kept saying that. I don't know why. But I have not forgotten.
That's a horrible analogy. It makes us sound so horrible.
Forgot to,
now everything I've said about this woman is just shower.
I'm going to say that from now on.
Because she's always on my mind.
Okay, that's what he said.
Okay, now I'm going to go get this lady's email. I'm going to go through
wait, can I ask you something? Did the dude ever say why? Just because he was intimidated?
He said he was intimidated. So we didn't, he texted me today and he said he had just gotten off of from his business. And he said, hey, Miss Callie. And I said, hey. And he asked me what I was doing. And I said, got to go do the podcast. He said, I just got out of the gym. And I sent him a picture of me in my roller skating outfit. And he said, you have nice legs.
That's good.
Is it?
What do you want him to say? You have a big ass head?
No, I want him to say pretty.
Nice legs is, oh my God, now you're particular about what a man says.
No,
this is your problem. Accept it.
I did.
And that was nice. You got nice legs. When he was looking at you like sexy, like, oh, you got nice. What if it had been like, I like your little round little stomach. You'd have been like, oh, okay. And you pretty. What if he said that? What if he said, I like your wig? Now you'd have been like, that's weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But your legs were everything was showing. You was thirst trapped. And so he saw and he said, I like your legs. That's what you read him saying, I like your titties. And you've been mad. So there's nothing left of you. You ain't nothing but titties and legs.
Well, he said, I said, do you like texting or talking? He said, both.
I like your spleen. Okay, go ahead.
He said, either, but I just got in. He said, I just have to take a shower because I just got in. And I made a joke and I said, good, go get a shower because I can smell you through my phone all the way from Atlanta. And I put a smiley face because I got a sense of humor.
That wasn't funny. It was horrible. You insulted him.
Oh,
like he stinks.
Maybe that's why he didn't say nothing.
Oh my God, you need practice.
I just was joking. It was my sense of humor.
That was, yeah. I can smell you through the phone.
Next time, hit him with the pics or it didn't happen.
Well,
no, she should have said, when you said, I got to jump in the shower, you said, well, I'll be right over. Anything.
No, that's why I said, Kym, pics or it didn't happen. So then he'll send a selfie in the shower.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be there. I don't want that to be the way.
She might as well say, get your funky tail in that shower. I know you smell like ass. Why you want to do that?
Scrub your legs. Don't just let the soap get it.
Yes, he's back.
Y'all are terrible. You guys are terrible.
No, you're terrible.
No, it's my sense of humor. But this is why I put LOL.
I think it's good.
Thank you.
Well, you're a babe.
Oh, gosh.
He's a wilderness man.
He's a wilderness man.
A wilderness man. What is this?
So I'll update you. I will keep you abreast.
What was the thing that he said?
Said abreast.
He said, but I hadn't forgot. Was that the saying?
No, he said he was a little intimidated hanging out with me.
No, but he said something else. Kym?
And he did say, because I made a joke and I said, do you still do deck staining? Do you do deck staining in California? He's like, yeah, I do deck staining in California. I'll be right out. So that's about as sexual as I'm going to get.
There it is.
Hey, y'all, I'm signing off.
Sounds like the show's over.
She's done. Do you hear me? She's done. This podcast is over.
Y'all, look, I apologize.
She got a lot of work to do. We understand.
I got a lot to do. I got to be up at 5 a.m. I got to script to study.
So we have to get off.
My friend
love you guys
all the plots
and didn't do anything that you asked her to do. And I'm leaving before she puts me to work. So go to buyjack.com.
Yes.
Go to buyjack.com/2funnymamas to get you any kind of merchandise. And we're going to see you next week.
We are, y'all. I hope you had a great 4th.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
All right.
Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas.